Look, if you're feeling like you need a dozen different $20 subscriptions just to keep up with tech these days, you are absolutely in the right place. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're cutting straight through the hype to build your perfect, highly practical, and entirely free AI toolkit for 2026. And no, you definitely do not need a PhD in computer science to make this work. Because, let's be real, everyone is talking about AI, right? But are you just completely overwhelmed by the sheer number of tools out there? The subscription fatigue is real. $10 here, $20 there, trying to juggle dozens of overlapping apps is going to kill your productivity, not enhance it. We've literally all been there, signing up for some flashy new tool only to completely forget the login like a week later. So here's our agenda for today. First, we'll look at the AI overload problem. Then, everyday assistance and writing. Third, deep research and knowledge. Fourth, design and visual thinking. And finally, we'll build your perfect free toolkit. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the AI overload problem. Let's start off with a foundational truth for any modern professional, student, or creator trying to navigate this incredibly crowded landscape. The absolute best AI tool? It's simply the one that solves your problem consistently. You really don't need a massive stack of software. Instead, in this explainer, we're going to map specific AI solutions to a standard workday workflow. We want to prove that you only need the right tool for the right job. You can align these free tools to your specific bottlenecks and just stick with them until you genuinely outgrow them. Moving on to section 2, everyday assistance and writing. Okay, imagine your workday has just begun. You're tackling those morning emails, drafting up some communications, maybe doing some early brainstorming. For this, we're looking at 2 major tools, ChatGPT and Claude. Now think of ChatGPT as your everyday generalist. It's perfect for quick brainstorming, drafting a standard email, or getting some basic coding help. It's kind of the solid starting point for almost everyone. But when you need to analyze a massive PDF report or draft really thoughtful, nuanced, long-form content, that's when Claude steps in. Claude is basically your senior analyst. So here is how you manage this workflow without spending a single dime. The free version of ChatGPT is actually incredibly robust for daily use. But let's say you hit your usage limits during a heavy writing session. Don't immediately pull out your credit card. Seriously, seamlessly switching over to Claude's free tier for the rest of your session is a much smarter choice than paying for a premium plan you honestly might not fully need. But wait, what if your company or your school runs entirely on Google? If your professional life already lives inside Google Docs and Google Drive, well, Google Gemini solves the problem of workflow friction. It integrates right into the ecosystem you're already using every single day, which makes it a way more natural choice than ChatGPT for heavy workspace users. All right, section 3, deep research and knowledge. So it's midday, you're diving into your deep work, and boom, you hit a bottleneck. You need precise research and fact-checking. This is where a tool called Perplexity totally differs from those everyday assistants we just talked about. Its core utility is research, fact-finding, and providing actual, real citations. It completely solves the problem of finding credible answers with verifiable sources. If you're a student or researcher where accuracy and real-world examples matter most, Perplexity is the ultimate free tool. Why? Because it shows you exactly where it got its information. No guessing required. But what if your research relies entirely on your own notes and materials? Enter NotebookLM. This is a personal AI knowledge base that generates insights exclusively from the documents you upload. For creators and students struggling with information scattered across dozens of personal files, which is a huge headache, right? NotebookLM acts as your private, highly focused research assistant. It doesn't search the broad web, it searches your brain, basically. To build the ultimate research toolkit, you really just need to know the difference between the two. The free tier of Perplexity is absolutely perfect for broad web research and gathering new facts from the outside world. But NotebookLM is entirely free across the board, and it's the absolute best choice when you only want an AI to analyze your specific, uploaded notes and nothing else. Which brings us to section 4, design and visual thinking. As we move into the afternoon, our focus usually shifts, doesn't it? We move away from that text-based, deep work and start creating visual deliverables. Canva AI is a massive utility here for marketers and creators. It totally solves the problem of slow graphic design, allowing you to generate really polished social media graphics effortlessly, completely on its free tier. It is your absolute go-to when you need a beautiful design fast. And hey, no art degree required. However, what if your afternoon requires a presentation? If your specific bottleneck is building out slide decks, a tool called Gamma has a distinct advantage over a general design tool. Gamma can literally take your basic text outline and generate a fully formatted, super professional presentation or pitch deck in just a matter of minutes. It's a real game changer for professionals. And finally, for visual thinking, we have Napkin AI. For educators, strategists, or honestly, anyone needing to visually explain complex concepts, this is the ideal free tool. It instantly translates your written thoughts into clean workflow diagrams. It completely eliminates the massive headache with spending hours manually dragging little boxes and arrows around a screen. We've all been there, and it's the worst. Napkin AI fixes that for free. And now, Section 5, your perfect free toolkit. Okay, so now that we've mapped out the typical workday's bottlenecks, from those morning emails to midday research to afternoon presentations, let's organize all of this into a definitive toolkit. To avoid that subscription overload we talked about at the very beginning, I want you to use this strict decision framework before adding any new software to your life. Step 1, limit yourself to just one AI assistant. Step 2, choose one research tool. And step 3, select one specialized tool tailored precisely to the actual work you do. Applying that exact framework, the Learning Advisor recommends this specific combination of 5 free tools. ChatGPT as your everyday assistant, Perplexity for external web research, NotebookLM for your internal personal knowledge, Canva AI for general graphics, and Gamma for presentations. This right here is the most practical, high-impact free toolkit for the vast majority of users in 2026. As we wrap up, always remember this. You don't need every AI tool. You only need the right AI tool for the right job. Keep this core philosophy in mind and you'll stay focused, you'll avoid that hype-driven fatigue, and you'll make much smarter, far more practical technology decisions going forward. If this explainer helped you streamline your workflow today, please consider subscribing to the Learning Advisor. We are dedicated to keeping your skills sharp with our practical AI decision guides. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Looking at your own daily workflow, which of these free tools are you going to use to eliminate your single biggest bottleneck tomorrow morning?